Hello, Terrell Jones again, college development mentor, and I'm so completely grateful and thankful. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, the sharing, the engagement that you all have been doing within the past video for the education video. So I'm completely grateful and completely thankful, and this is exciting. This is exciting at the fact that you really feel like you're learning. You really feel like you're able to take yourself to another level within college. Because I mean, think about it. You really have a lot to be excited about if you get this thing right. You can be excited about knowing that you can have fun in college. You can do what you need to do and take road trips and do certain things to really enjoy college again, and you'll be able to do certain things so you can get those good grades and be happy about that. Go home, tell your parents, tell people, post it on Facebook, do whatever. You can be excited at the fact that you're getting ready to graduate college, and be excited at the fact that you get ready to just step into your new career and be able to make that impact and be able to get the money that you want to make throughout college. And I mean, it's a blessing. I mean, I can tell you, it wasn't easy, but I enjoyed the process. I had fun throughout college. I definitely was able to, graduate with my bachelor's degree and be hired by a $21 billion Fortune 500 company right out of college, and be able to get that graduate degree paid for and be able to graduate with my master's and be able to make $200,000 in less than 2 years of getting my graduate degree. And it's been a blessing to me, and I'm excited at that fact, but I never forget where I came from, and I never forget the struggle that I had to endure in order to get to that point. I would never forget the fact that when I first started school, that I had completely no idea what I was doing. I had seniors sending me every way on campus. I was walking out there with the big train maps, looking like a train map, trying to figure out where buildings were at on campus. I've been trying to figure out how to get good grades in certain classes. I've been trying to figure out this, this internship thing. I didn't even learn about getting internships until like my sophomore year in college. It's certain things that I really just didn't know as far as joining organizations and different things. I didn't have certain insight to know which ones I should pick and why, and have certain insights on that. So trust me, there was a lot of things that I had to figure out myself, but it was a point to where, as I was going through college, something just clicked in me, and I just noticed certain distinctions, like, okay, well, why is this student doing better? Why this student is good in this area? Why is this student, and why is this professor saying that? What do they really mean by saying that? And I just remember just getting different distinctions and then learning that. And then it's not only what you know, right? It's also about what you actually do. So, I just started doing those things, and then that's what really helped me graduate and get into the multiple Fortune 500 companies and, make money, and then to a point where now I'm able to give back to many students, to hundreds to thousands of students through social media and books and online programs and speaking and, everything that you could think of. But that only happened because I was able to do certain things and perfect them, which has now become a model, and use that to my advantage. So, and it's the same thing. You can do the same thing, and plenty other students have been doing it as well. Whether they're doing a model, whether they know they're doing it or not, this is the exact model to get you through it. Like, for instance, there's one student by the name of Quasia, and she was kind of wavering in what she wanted to do as far as a major. She knew that she was interested in marketing, but she wasn't really sure what kind of marketing she was really interested in. So, so we talking about, okay, so let's see what kind of major let's help you choose a major. So she said she wanted to do marketing. I said, okay, so what type of marketing you think that you like to do? What do you usually find yourself looking at? She said, well, I like to look at magazines. So I said, okay, all right, magazines. All right, that's good, because marketing could be anywhere from online marketing and television to radio, to magazines, newspapers, everything you could think of, right? So she narrowed it down to magazines, and okay, so what do you really like about the marketing on the magazine? She says, you know what, I really like how, you know, the pictures and everything are displayed, and how they put it together on a page and they make it look attractive, and she like looking through the different ones and how they put it together. And then she really boiled it down to that she wanted to do marketing, but specifically, you know, to creating advertisements and creating, you know, doing that kind of magazine ad. And then, you know, after that, it's, you know, I told her, all right, go ahead, you know, do some research on it, find some people in the industry, talk to people in the industry. And, you know, that's and then now she comes back to me and she's excited. You know, she thanks me like, you know, this is really what I want to do. And, you know, and it was just helping her get a little bit of clarity on it. That's it, asking certain questions and just helping her focus a little bit more on really making sure that this is what she wants to do. And that's, and even if it's just little things like that that it helps you get some clarity on, it'll really help you in the long run, because that is what is, because that will take you from having to change a major your junior or senior year, and then half of those classes don't even count to your new major. That's what helps you, you know, save a lot of money. That's what helps you save a lot of time. Now you don't have to stay in school extra semester, extra year, extra 2 years, because you got that clarity on what you want to do. So what we are going to talk about in this video is number 2, which is experience. And experience, as I've stated, this is really just helping you get the skills that you need in order to be successful in college, in order to make yourself competitive, and not just having that degree, but also having those skills you need. All right, and also, and what you really need to pay attention to when it comes to experience. All right, the first one you need to pay attention to, which is number 3 out of the whole graduation trifecta model. Remember, this is the model that you need to perfect, and these are the 3 pillars that you need to pay attention to. So first one you need to pay attention to is internships. Now we talked kind of a little bit about internships already, and internships are specifically where do you need to go in order to get the skills, in order to get the hands-on experience that you need within college. You know, listen, if you thought, listen, let me just debunk one myth for you right now. If you thought that you was just going to go to college and just get a degree, that's dead. You thought you was going to just get a degree and get into your career, that's dead. It's very likely that you're not just going to do that and just get into your degree. Now, you can, you know, depending on what major and things like that, and they have, you know, like new graduate programs and things of that nature, but it's likely that you're lowering your chances. You don't ever want to lower your chances, your probabilities on anything. And one of the best ways to higher your probabilities of getting into the career field of your dreams once you graduate is getting internships. So you want to do things such as, you know, search online, look at local, find local companies, see if you can work for free, see if you can talk to people, and see if you can find a way to, you know, just get into companies, get that experience that you need, get into, you know, find online training programs, anything that you need to do to get the skills for your career, do that. Go online, look at the job description for whatever you want to do, and make sure you get those skills. So that's internships. The next one you need to be paying attention to is networking. You want to make sure that you're networking in college. Your college is all fun. Yeah, you my brother, you my mans, you all, you know, you my home girl. You know, so how do you take advantage of that? You want to do that through networking as well. So networking with students, seeing what they know, in relation to experience, seeing who they know. Maybe they might know a company that might be hiring. You know, talk to staff, talk to professors, and really see where could there be an opportunity that you can step in, and maybe you can help out on a project within another company so you can get that experience. All right, so networking is very important. And then number 5 is you want to make an attractive resume. What's the point of getting internships, right? Networking and doing all of that. You could have the experience, but your resume is trash. Your resume can't be trash. This is something that I learned a little bit later in the game, like as I was getting closer towards graduation. I learned how to really make my resume sexy, and that's what you want to make it. You want to make your resume sexy so that it attracts, you know, whoever you want to work for. It might be Fortune 500 companies or any kind of businesses or organizations. Anyone you want to be a part, anything you want to be a part of, you can do that. But you got to know the right way to craft your resume. There's certain things you got to use. Of course, obvious, you got to have the grammar right. Obvious, you got to have the spelling right. But there's also certain ways you want to make a look, certain elements you want to add, some hot keywords you want to use specific to your industry, and we're gonna really talk a lot of more about that and all of this too, plus more as well as I tell you more about the Dreams to Degree Academy and how you can get in. But these are the 3 things that you really need to be focused on when it comes to this. All right, so I already debunked one of the myths for you as I went through, but there was another one that I wanted to talk to you about as well, and it's really around the area of grades. Now, I always get this as far as grades go, that students think that they can just just get by, like in high school. All right, it was cool, like you can just get a C or you can just get a D and then you can just skate by and you're happy with the class. But it's a whole different element when you get to college, because it's so hard to bring your grades up. You can't let it slip. So if you have that mentality, like, all right, I'm just gonna pass this class, or I'm just gonna get a D, or I'm just gonna get a C, get that out your head, because you need to get it's certain grades, of course, so you don't get academic probation. You gotta have good grades, but you also want to make sure you're not slipping too much into into those D's and into those C's, because that's really gonna hurt you in the long run. It's gonna be very hard for you to get your grades up. All right, and especially when you come to a class or something where you really gonna need help and you really might get a low grade. If you've been slacking the whole other time, you can't gamble with that. You're hurting yourself. All right, so that's what we have for the answer. So that's what we have for experience. These 3. In the next video, we're going to talk about expression, which is really the identity, really just becoming you in college, really having fun. What are some of those elements and things that you really want to focus on and pay attention to, so you can have that well-rounded college experience. All right, so that's what 6, 7, and 8 is. All right, so that is experience. And you know what? I want to address something. I want to address a problem that I really hear a lot of students talking about, like a real challenge. And that challenge is, how do you pay for college? How do you get this tuition, get over this tuition hurdle? Always hear that. Students always ask me how to pay for it. I'm talking about part-time students to full-time. And it's hard for part-time as well, because as a part-time student, you know that you can't get that FAFSA, right? You can't get that aid like you can get unless you're going to school full time. So I mean, it's tough. So how do you really get over? What is something that you can really do in order to help you get over that tuition hurdle? And I'll just give you, a quick thing that you can definitely do to get over that tuition hurdle. One thing that you can do to address this challenge, which is one of the top challenges, is to, if you're going full time and you're looking at FAFSA, right? One of the things that you can do if FAFSA is not covering the gap that you needed to cover is just go off campus, where you have to remove room and board, because room and board is a large chunk of the amount that you have to pay. They provided you, your room and food and everything, right? So they're charging you for that. Now, you want to save some money, go off campus, and a lot of times you even find yourself getting a refund check because you moved off of campus, and you're able to save so much more money as well. Unless they really change something with the government kind of do something different with funding, it's kind of tough to help part-time students with that. But what I'm actually going to do for full-time and part-time, what I'm going to do is I'm actually, if you look below or a part of this page, you're going to see a download. And this download is really just going to give you different ways to help you pay for your tuition. I know that's a major thing a lot of students have trouble with. So you're going to be able to download this list and just go through the list and go through different things that go through these things and use some of them, try some of them to help you really pay for school, because it can really be tough. It can really be tough trying to pay for college. All right, so That's all we have for today. We finished the first two, education and experience within the graduation trifecta under the Dreams to Degree Academy. In the next video, we're going to tackle expression, why so many students are having issues trying to figure out what they want to be, what they want to do, who their real identity is, how can they really spread their wings in college and really just do more and enjoy themselves and be excited. That is what expression is all about. We're going to help resolve that challenge within college through these three major things that you really need to understand, you need to master, so you can have a great experience. All right, so until I see you in the next video, I really just want you to go out there, comment put down any questions you have, like it, share this page, and really just go into the world confident, knowing that you can do these things. And until I see you in the next video, I want you to go out there and take full advantage of your college experience. See you soon.